Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge hello to you and a huge shout out to you. Before I start, I just want to thank people for their very, very, very generous gifts, donations, compliments, support. I'm just absolutely grateful. I think grateful for them, and it is my privilege, I think, in a way, to read on such tough topics at such tough times. So thank you, and I extend compassion out to all those that are doing it tough at the moment. Often compassion and gratitude and strength can arise from our experiences. So that is my hope for you. That all will be well with you and your families. Okay, so sorry about that noise in the background. I've actually got my doors open, which is why you can hear it. It sounds like a plane. It's not. I think it's actually some kind of mowing equipment. But anyway, all right. Firstly, what I wanted to say is that I don't know about you. I know that Jupiter was almost conjunct. Was it? Jupiter was conjunct with Pluto about 9 or 10 hours ago. Jupiter, of course, justice, law, expansion. Pluto is what we need to see. It's the shadow work we need to see. And I don't know about you, but I have sensed, I've taken these few days to go within and be quiet. Despite the headlines and what we're seeing, and is it a coup, and what's going on with the US Department of Defense, and the world looking on at what we see as one of the pillars of democracy not being very democratic in terms of Trump not conceding the result of the election. But I have resisted the urge to be drawn into fear. And instead I've gone within and I've really put those antennas out and those intuitive feelings out, and I sense a change. I sense that we are no longer silent about injustice. You know that hanged man, if I can use a tarot description, that hanged man energy where we're all in this trance. And that's why I didn't want to contribute to putting wood on that fire. That's not to say that there's not rocky times, that there's not, even peril there. That's not to say that, but I have a solid faith. I have a solid faith that in the end, the process and the transition will play itself out in the US. But, we're sort of in that last stages of Trump's presidency, which has been both damaging and farcical all at the one time. And it's like we're coming out of the unreality into a reality where we're solidly standing in our own awareness and not in his delusion. And this is the shift that I'm starting to see. And I'm starting to see it in my viewers. I'm starting to see, strength and solidity, that they're not falling under this delusional loop that everybody was in, and that they're really looking forward, not backwards. So there's a lot of strength coming forward at the moment, and that was the new moon in Scorpio offered the opportunity. Not everybody obviously is ready, but some will take that. And that's what was on offer with that new moon in Scorpio on the 14th. All right, so let's have a look at what is Trump hoping to achieve. We know now from some really good reporting from Reuters and the Wall Street Journal, we know that this charge forward with fraud to the courts is just frivolous, and it is a money-making venture. We know 60%, I think, of donations will never go to those court battles. They are frivolous. They're being thrown out of the court just as quickly as what they come in. There's no evidence. This is all, well, it's two things. It's about Trump's last con, if I can put it like that. He wants to pay down debt. He wants to form that super PAC, which is where they're going to, where those donations are going to really feather his own nest and also, as I said in my last video, retain control of the Republican Party. Set himself up for the future, set himself up to fight these future legal battles. So there is, on one level, that's what he's doing. On another level, he is paying back favours. He is allowing certain allies to get things before his term is up. So this is all about paybacks, rewards for those that have helped him. Also deals. You know, unfortunately, he's been wheeling and dealing for the last 4 years. He's going to do more of that. The arms sale to Saudi Arabia, for starters, which he signed off on the other day. So there's that aspect too. The other aspect, which is probably more cause for, you know, I don't want to use words like worry, but he has this this idea that he's going to burn everything down behind him so that when Biden comes in, he's going to inherit that mess. He's not really going to have a chance in the first part of his term to do anything that he has promised. He's actually leaving him such a mess that it's going to be very difficult for him. And he's vindictive in that as well. Absolutely vindictive. All these unqualified people that he's putting in charge of major departments that don't know what they're doing. By the time that Biden gets in there, the departments are going to be in disarray. So that's the worrying part. On the balancing out that scale, while we're all suddenly getting all this huge rush, it's like a whoosh of knowing exactly where justice is and where those the scales actually need to be addressed, while we're getting that big enlightenment. Biden is displaying such a calm, steady, well-informed, knowledgeable, sophisticated approach, demeanour. He's being advised at the very high level about all of this and how to counteract this. So before I opened up for this reading, I got the word faith, faithful. I do feel that it is time to don't carry so much burden on your own shoulders. Don't carry so much worry. Don't carry so much fear. Understand that Biden and his team, Kamala Harris, are very competent. They know exactly what's going on. They know exactly how to deal with Donald Trump. And they're doing that. So let them do their jobs. Now, the Republican Party is in as I said, a very precarious position. They will go along with Trump up until that runoff period so that he will support the election of Republican senators in Georgia. We know that now. It's wrong. And they're not, with the pandemic raging across the US, across the world. Those Republicans are going. This is going to be remembered. So this is a strategy that could very well backfire on them. They are dancing with the devil. We are still for the next little while, but we have already reprieved ourselves. We've already opened that door. But the Republican Party is dancing and locked in with the devil. What are they going to do? All right. Let's have a look. I want to throw some cards. I'm going to we'll start off with some medicine cards, the Shamanic Medicine Oracle, just to check in on what we need to be aware of. Then I'm moving to the Gilded Tarot. I want to really get to European and UK lockdowns and the vaccine as well. Hopefully I can do all of that in this reading. All right, so let's just have a look at what the energies are, please, Spirit. What are the energies? at this time? What are the energies at this time? Energies at this time. Okay, so we have Medicine Mask, Authenticity. I love this card because it takes us to a time where we remember who we are. It comes after a shock, where the masks fall. This is this enlightenment that this whoosh of knowing exactly where those scales need to be rebalanced. The mask of authenticity. When we've got that on, we can see when others don't. Beautiful card, beautiful card. Going right back to the, I'm just getting a few orbs here. Someone asked me what orbs are. They are, for some, for me, I can tell you what they are for me. They are angelic energy. They are energy of passed over loved ones. It can be a combination of the two. But they are afterlife energy. They are positive energy because they generally are either passed over loved ones, making themselves known. When I say loved ones, family and friends, those that have been special in your life, that are still around you. And they can also be energetic vibrations as well. Some people know those as angels. So that's what orbs are. They're nothing to be worried about if you see them in your home. Just understand that you are at that time being a conduit between the angelic upper realms and the earthly realms, and you're meant to see what you're meant to see. So the authenticity mask. Next we have great mystery trust. And if I didn't know that Spirit was here present in this reading before these cards, I know now, because this is exactly the divine message that we need to know. This is all about a renewal, a rebirth, a reset, and we've got the strength here. We have the strength now of the solar plexus chakra, those energy portals that are healing at this time with the new frequencies that are moving through this earth, these new energetic vibrations that I can feel so keenly in the atmosphere or energy around me. And finally, we have here the birth renewal. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I couldn't have asked for 3 better cards, and this is all dealing with those lower body chakras here: authenticity, trust, and renewal. And these are the energies that we're sitting in. If I looked at the base of the pack, because Spirit is right here, right now in this reading, I see the lower world, which is the past. We are leaving the past behind. So thank you to all those who appreciate these messages, and I really am grateful for that support and that appreciation. So now to Trump. We know, of course, there are rumours that he's going to set up a streaming service because he can't afford to set up his own channel, cable channel. Go for it. Go for it. Sooner or later, Trump has burnt so many bridges, is burning so many bridges with his, scorched earth stuff, that sooner or later people are going to start pushing back when he's no longer in power, when as we see the transition to power move away from Trump to Joe Biden. That's going to, and when the runoff is finished and the Republicans can, understand there may be an opportunity to get out of this dance with the devil. Things change, but that's for the future. Today, let's see what he's hoping to achieve with the Gilded Tarot. What is Trump hoping to achieve? I'm just seeing a clown. I'm just seeing a clown. What is he hoping to achieve? I think he is very, very... there's something bizarre in the way that he's thinking at the moment. It's like he's not, this is not, I don't think, yes, it's a coordinated strategy, but it's also a hit and miss strategy as well for him. Now remember, he can't be all that formidable if he trashed the late John McCain's memory and lost Arizona and didn't defend his own troops and trashed the troops, and the military votes didn't go his way. So there's a bit of hit and miss in this strategy for him. All right, what's he trying to achieve? What's he trying to achieve? What is Trump trying to achieve by not conceding, Spirit? What is Trump trying to achieve? Trying to achieve by not conceding. He is being advised by Jared and Ivanka at the moment. I can just see them whispering in his ear, he won't get off the throne. What is he trying to achieve? He just hasn't accepted that reality. So the High Priestess, okay, so this also gives him time to, when I say destroy records, cover up. Let's just say cover up his secrets, and he doesn't want. He knows that this period of loss, the hyenas will descend. He's made a lot of enemies. He's kept a lot of secrets from you, the voter, his own base, the Republicans. There's a lot there he doesn't want covered up. He doesn't want uncovered. That's the High Priestess. It is around, I do feel, his ties, his monetary dealings during his presidency. The Page of Pentacles is crossing him. The Page, he wants a new start. He wants to hold the ace. So the other possibility is he's going to try and cut some kind of deal about what he takes away with him in terms of, legal prosecutions, how much fortune he is. This is all about covering up and doing deals, and also rewarding those that have helped him in the past. That could even be in foreign policy as well. Here he is at the basis of the reading. This card generally comes up when we see those relationships and deals that he has done. So he's still trying to sit in that old power. If you look back on the way he's done things in the past, this is more of the same. What's in the past? Okay, so Seven of Pentacles. This is the loss here. He is so, what can I say, so knocked off balance by this, because he can no longer make that. He's looking still for ways of making money. For him, the presidency, this political dynasty that he thought he was setting up, was really a way. It was his new business, and I do feel that there's a lot of debt here that he is aware of, that he's trying to keep. So some of what you see now, the arms deal with the Saudis, perhaps whatever comes up, look, as I keep saying, look for the money trail. In the sky, he is frightened, fearful of going to prison, of being judged. But this is also the inevitable ending here that we all know is coming, that he knows is coming. Judgment Day for him is coming. Now, the Eight of Cups, I want to clarify, or not clarify, that's not the right word. I want to go back to a reading that I did a long, long time ago, that I always thought that he would, there was no longer anything in it for him, he could have cut a deal when those Republicans might come to the White House, which I saw in a clairvoyant image maybe 3 years ago, come to the White House, led by Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell, and say it's time to go. This is what he's stalling. This is what's coming down the line for him, and this is what he's stalling. So there is an existential crisis for him. There's certainly a justice enlightenment for us. But the Eight of Cups is loss and judgment pretty much in the near future. So I still see this loss for him. The Devil card. The Republicans are both dancing with the devil. We are still, but with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the whole new slate that will be coming through. This is the trying to hang on. This is also addiction as well. There are some. He's sitting in some pretty low energies. Pretty low energies. Where's that past card? Pretty low energies. The lower world energies. That's where he's sitting at the moment. And the Eight of Pentacles in the environment around, yeah, he's making deals, he's making money. That's where he's trying to take all this. The super PAC is set up. The fake fund, remember, fake Trump University, fake charity. This is where it's all at the moment. He doesn't care about America or the world. He never did. Now, in the hopes and fears, he is afraid of, I keep saying this Queen of Pentacles, he's afraid of losing his money, that he won't have enough, that his finances will become unstable, but he's also frightened of a female prosecutor. It's all about the money. He's setting himself up for this new financial start. And he's bringing in the money. Has it ever been any different? The Queen of Wands, this was his plan to restore financial stability for himself and create it for the future. But we have the Sword of Truth. So this is as much about fighting future legal battles as it is about setting himself up in a powerful monetary position in the future. The Page of Wands and the Five of Cups, yeah, he's really been cut down in size, and there's a lot of loss that he is processing and that he will process in the future. The strength of his defeat can't be understated. This is why I do feel that somebody's going to offer him something at the end of the day. There are, we don't know what sort of very powerful forces are operating here at the moment that might be turning the tables on him now and saying, you step into line this way or else. So there's all of that. That's what's happening during this loss period. So let's move to the Georgia runoffs. I do feel the Republicans will continue to play games until after the runoff because they want to hold the Senate. There will be a price that they will pay for this, and I think it will be in that actual runoff. So let's have a look. The Georgia runoff, I'm feeling pretty positive about Warnock, but let's just ask Spirit. Goodness. Okay, so I'm seeing some really awful images here. Not for the the Democratic Senate candidates. I'm just seeing some really dark stuff. Oh, I'm not going to share it because they're not very nice images. All right, so it's like Trump wants to get to those before, do the damage to others before they do the damage to him. That's basically what I was seeing. All right, so let me just shake that off with a bit of mist. So it wasn't very a nice image. Georgia runoff. Georgia runoff. Will the Democratic Party be successful in Georgia, please? Will the Democratic Party be successful? I'm seeing a peacock now, so will they be successful in Georgia? Will the Democratic Party be successful in Georgia? I know there are 2 senators. So, this is the illusion and delusion that you can't sugarcoat. It's still around, and they're still going to promulgate that. But the Ten of Pentacles is interesting because it shows me that the challenge to that is money. The Republicans, from what I would assume by these cards, are doing it tough financially. They don't have a war chest. They don't have a war chest, and the Democratic Party does. So there is caution and optimism both in those signifier cards. Lying and deceit, that's the worry, isn't it? That is in the foundation of the reading position. So we've got the Two of Cups. Contracts, that's newness though. People wanting new contracts, new deals. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Whoever's got a lot of money to spend is going to be favourably, it's going to be favourably received. We have the Ten of Swords here in the near future. So that, of course, is the election result and what we're seeing playing out now in Georgia. Now the truth is in the here and now. The sword of truth is in the here and now. Defending oneself, standing one's ground with the truth. The Democratic Party going to be successful, the hope and the fears. There's a lot around campaign donations here, and those, it can't be underestimated, the work of people like the Lincoln Project, running those ads, and various other Never Trump organisations, Republicans helping Democratic Party win victory. There's a lot of money here in this reading in Georgia. But I've got the Ace of Wands, so I'm feeling it's I'm feeling it's a good, in the outcome position, I'm feeling it's a good result for the Democratic Party in Georgia. I'll read on individual candidates later, but for now, they've got a real plan here with advertising and how they're going to reach people. They've got a plan, and it's likely that it could be successful. Yeah, it's all around the money. It's what's challenging the Republicans, but it's what's going to help the Democrats. Let me bring down the laptop. It looks like the question that I asked, and you can only read the cards, whether you're right or whether you're wrong. It looks like the Democratic Party have a war chest. They're going to challenge the lies and the illusions, that fake news that the Republican Party really peddle all the time. There is truth. There is this justice, this Jupiter conjunct Pluto. We're seeing the truth. Now, we're seeing the lies and the deception. There will be more of that. But I asked, would the Democratic Party be successful in Georgia? And I've drawn two aces here. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and what's in the sky is the Eight of Pentacles, having what is needed, having the skill to bring this victory off. At the base of the pack, what is underlying this question is ending of a cycle. These are two karmic cards. Something is ending, and we are moving into this bright illumination. What is being illuminated? It is the truth. So there's a good chance with those two aces in the outcome position that the Democratic Party will be successful in Georgia. So there we have it. If they were... now, will it be one or two? I don't know. I just asked the blanket question. Will it be one or two senators? Well, I'll read on that as we get closer to the date. Now, I'm going to shut this reading down, and then I'm going to move into the more pandemic focused for the world generally. So thank you for tuning in for this reading, and I'll be back again with another one soon. Thank you.